Welcome to Fireside Talks with Jake and Thad.
How was your college experience?
Wasn't too bad.
Yeah?
Well, it's awful. We'll start there.
Okay.
But it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. You know how in like elementary school they're like, you're gonna get slammed in junior high, and then in junior high they're like, you're gonna get slammed in high school. But high school, that's where they slam you. Okay, that's what I'm beginning to realize.
Yeah.
And then you get to college, and it's easier than high school.
But I think that's because we challenged ourselves in high school. Because a lot of people don't.
Challenge myself.
Well, but we took more difficult things than most people did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about college. It's like everything's on the same level.
Yeah.
You know, there's no advanced place. I mean, there's honors college, but
that's
just a seminar-based class, and they just get an H on their diploma for writing a bunch of essays, which
is like the
really
same thing
dumb.
as getting an H on your.
I'm already stressed out. Why do I want to do that?
Yeah, right.
And then nobody's gonna hire you because you went into honors
because you have
college.
an H. Nobody's even gonna hire you if you have a 4.0.
Yeah. No,
but today's
it does matter with engineering stuff.
They more care about internships over anything anymore.
They do, but with internships, they look at GPAs.
You mean to get an internship?
Like an engineering internship.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I've been looking into those.
Right, yeah, because I had a business degree, or was working on a business degree.
Oh, like stuff like that, they don't give a
Oh, no, they don't care at all.
Like my brother's political science, all of the jobs he applied for, they don't care about any of your GPA. As long as you pass. As long as you don't have like a 2.0, I mean.
Mm-hmm. No.
But back to what I was saying about the whole getting slammed thing, it's just, I didn't feel like we got slammed in junior high. Like, it was overwhelming at first.
Just at first.
But that's kind of how college was. Like, the first couple of weeks, I don't know about you, I was really stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was scared to even go get food. Like, I was like, I don't...
Like, socially?
Like, socially scared.
That was my stress, too. Like,
I wasn't...
Going into junior high, I didn't have very much social stress. I was more so stressed about the workload.
Yeah.
Going into college, I was more so, again, stressed about the workload.
Yeah.
But it turned out that after my first week of school, I'm like, no, the workload is not at all to be. It's the social part.
Well, I mean,
and it took me a while to meet people who I actually enjoyed hanging out with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with junior high was you were all going from... You still had friends, like, from elementary school.
And you're staying in the same
Those were
district.
the people I hung out with, like, my 7th grade year. I would stay with the people I went to Logan with. And then... Then when I went from... our junior high to high school wasn't very much different.
No, that wasn't different at all. Yeah.
Like, when it was...
the same
there
thing.
were two schools.
Yeah.
I mean. But, what was I saying on that? I don't fucking know. No, but when you go to college, you don't have those people anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you're completely separated. There's like one or two people from your high school, and the chances that you actually talk to that person in high school is like nothing.
Yeah. But like there are people who go with their high school friends, and that's what's weird. Like the first week, because those people are hanging out, and then like the upperclassmen are hanging out, and then it's just you getting the burger, and you're just like,
you're
I
by
hope
yourself.
they don't look at me. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then like you're sitting there eating by yourself, and you're looking around, you see other people eating by yourself. Like, should I go eat with that person? And you're like, I don't have.
No, I didn't want
to
talk to people.
Same.
I did summer session, and I had a friend from there, and we hung out like the first couple of weeks, but I didn't like him very much. Like, well, he became too similar to me, and I don't like people who are similar to me. I like challenges, and I like actually growing as a person and learning.
Just being
if I'm just talking to the mirror the whole time, I'm not learning anything.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But I have a friend at school who he attended the summer session, and he said that he doesn't even talk to his summer session friends anymore.
They're the worst kids ever.
He said the same thing.
Because they all think they're special because was it like an honors thing?
No, he didn't.
Oh, it was just the summer thing where they like prep you.
Yeah, because he didn't try in high school, so he had bad grades.
Oh,
it's not that he's not smart, it's that he just didn't challenge himself by any means.
Yeah.
And he just didn't maintain a good GPA throughout high school, so they made him go through this. So he was rooming with other kids who were actually had problems in high school, And he said that one day he walked in and there was a handgun. There was a handgun sitting on the coffee table in the middle of the suite. And he's like, "Oh no, I'm out." He just left. He just walked out and said, "I'll see you guys later." And then he said like 2 days later, the same roommate who had the handgun on the table came up to him and was like, "Yo man, you got to take me to Philly. You just got to take me back to Philly." And he's like, "What do you want me to take you to Philly for?" He's like, "Don't ask questions. You just got to take me to Philly."
Why would? It's funny that those kids would go to a thing like that. Like you would think they would try to do as little amount of school as possible.
Well, the college forced them to do that.
Oh.
They wouldn't accept them in if they didn't go through that program.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about Shippensburg. They have a lot of they have a really high acceptance rate. So there's a lot of wandering idiots.
What is your acceptance rate?
I think it's like 70 or 80%.
Oh, mine's like 90.
Oh.
But we have a branch campus too.
Oh.
Which doesn't deny anybody.
That's bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
is it cheaper though?
I mean, IUP accepts everybody, and then you have the branch campus, and cheaper. I think it's the same rate.
Really?
Honestly, it's it's like 1 year you go there at Punxsutawney, and then you get to come to the Indiana.
I'm assuming it's like the whole Penn State situation. Where
Kind of, but not culty, you know.
Yeah, but you save money just because you're probably not staying on campus.
Yeah,
you're probably
if
commuting
you live
from your house.
Near.
Yeah,
but like for me, to drive to Punxsutawney, I mean, it would be the same. Like they have dorms there. It's not
but
like
yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, Penn State also knows
Yeah, same thing.
And everything. I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to going to Penn State. I mean,
are you still doing 2 and 2?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it might take 2 in a semester, then I'll go to Penn State. But because I have so many physics classes I have to take, like my gen eds are done.
Does IUP not have as many physics classes as you need, or
no? They have tons of physics classes.
Do they have the major you want, or?
Well, what I'm doing, I'm getting a Bachelor of Science in Physics, which is taking me, that's a 4-year program in itself. But I'm trying to get it done in like two years and 1 semester. So then I can go do the engineering thing.
Pardon it, in Penn State.
Well, they compress it so you can get it done in 3 years, but it's supposed to be a 4-year program. So I'm getting that, and then I'm going to Penn State for the engineering part. But I have to there's like, still, like, I have all of my gen eds done, except for computer science. I have to take a computer science class.
Good for you.
Then there are, like, 10 physics classes I have to take. Or, actually, probably, like, 15, because that's going to take me 3 semesters. Yeah. Which is awful, because I thought, since I had all these gen eds, and I came in with 20 credits, I thought I was... And then, well, yeah, that was with the summer program added in, 20 credits. I thought I could get done... faster, but
how many credits did you get through the summer program? 7. So you went in with 13.
Yeah.
From high school.
Which I could have had even more if I would have learned about dual enrollment earlier. Oh my god! Anybody who's
should do that.
Yeah. Jeez, you're paying for for
credits. Yeah, it's more expensive, but it's worth it
because you're going to fail one of those classes.
Yeah, but you can fail an AP test.
Yeah,
and some schools don't even accept a 3 anymore. Most of them don't.
I don't get what the point of those tests are.
They're harder than the actual college, than actual college exams. They're more difficult.
I don't know what they're testing.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like comparatively that those were like grad student tests.
Yeah. It was so stressful too because the whole year they're building up. You're like, you better start studying, and then it's like that week before, and I'm like, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But I didn't see...
And you only have so much time to do it, too. It's like, we learned a year of material, we're going to do it all right now.
Yeah. Like, your final in college, I don't know about your professors, but they said
I only had one collective
as
final.
You want.
I had one collective final, too.
Really?
That was it.
But I'm saying, like, you were talking about the time constraint thing. Ours wasn't limited.
Ours was like 3 hours, but each one of my finals probably took me anywhere between 20 and 45 minutes to complete.
I only used... They were all 2 hours, and I only used about an hour.
Mine were all 3.
3?
Yeah. They were, well, 3 hours was the time limit that you had, but...
That's not bad.
But a lot of the professors were like, you can stay 10, 15 minutes later afterwards if you're still not done.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if people did that because I wasn't there.
Me either. I left.
Yeah.
My chemistry was the longest one, and I took about an hour and a half on that one.
My longest one was my history one, but that's because I had to write. They were all written responses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have to take history classes.
See, I don't mind it. My history professor was really nice and very generous with points.
Yeah.
So
there's so much work though. It's so much reading. Like I don't mind the reading and everything, but it's so much.
I guess I lucked out with the professor, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
You get that.
Yeah.
I got decent professors this semester.
Mm-hmm. Are you taking any of the same professors next semester?
No, I wanted to take. I have to take English 202.
You wanted to take the same guy.
I wanted to take the same guy, but he's teaching it online in the spring, and I'm not
doing online courses. Yeah, I for my writing professor, I'm taking one of her elective writing classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, she encouraged me to do it.
Well, you're biology now, right?
I am a biology major now. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm more excited for that than business. Yeah, I went into business thinking it was going to be easy, and I wasn't wrong about that part at all.
Yeah.
It was so stupidly easy. In fact, after probably about a month or two, I stopped going to class sober. Because there was no point in me going to class sober.
Yeah.
But it was required that I had to go to class. If I didn't have to go to class, I would have skipped.
Yeah.
But they all had the business school there has an attendance policy where if it meets once a week, you're only allowed to miss one class, and any class you missed after that, it drops your whole grade, one letter grade each time you miss until you fail. Yeah. So, and both of my business classes met once a week, so that was the policy. So then I was like, well, if I can't just skip the class, I'm going to go get baked and show up and then just sit there and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And then that led to me making a lot of really strange realizations in there.
Yeah.
Because you know how I am. I'm very nature oriented. Yeah, and I care about the environment.
Yeah.
And then the one day we were talking about Marcellus Shale as a company, and we were talking about how their stock was dropping and why the stock was dropping. And it was dropping because...
fracking.
Well, that's what they do, but it was dropping because the federal government was imposing some new fracking restraints on the companies.
Yeah.
So they
except for Pennsylvania.
Yeah, except for Pennsylvania, right? It's fucked here. It's pretty fucked up.
It is.
Yeah. But so they would talk about government regulation on industries like that like it was devil spawn. It was like, it just, all it does is inhibit business. And I was like, I cannot live with myself. It's like, if I do this as a major, I'm probably going to shoot myself in the head by the time I'm 35.
So you're like Marshall Erickson from How I Met Your Mother.
I haven't watched How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's a lawyer. He wanted to be an environmental lawyer, and then he starts working for Goliath National Bank.
Oh, yeah?
And they're like ruining the environment and stuff.
You feel bad
it just kills him, but he likes the money. So he just stays.
Yeah, like I guess I just sort of distanced myself from the whole idea of needing money or like wanting too much of it. I only want what I need now, and it's like, if I can go outside and enjoy the planet and study the planet as my job, I'd be way more happy than if I were making $1 million a year and destroying it with stupid policy loopholes.
Yeah, what you said about like how you look at your major, like you don't want all this money anymore. Like I just look at money as like I look at being an engineer as security and everything, like just comfort.
It is a good job security. Like it's good for job security for engineering. It's a big growing field, and it's gonna keep growing.
I don't think I want to spend more than 15 years. Like I want to stockpile money and travel. That's all I want to do.
Just live minimally and try to save as much money as possible. Yeah. What I want to do is I'm not really absolutely 100% sure with what I want to do yet, but currently right now I'm like sort of thinking maybe I'll work for a national park or something and then just live as minimally as possible, save some money and travel, do whatever I can.
What's better than that?
Yeah. And you know, it's everybody's personal dream. Everybody has their own personal dream.
Yeah.
And mine is travel and forests.
Now, do you set goals?
Do I set goals?
Yeah.
What type of goals? What do you mean?
I don't know, like lifelong goals.
I just can't.
I can't either.
It's too... like... I don't know if the people who say that they can, if they're just bullshitting me, because what I think it is that human beings just can't conceive of anything further than 2 to 3 months away.
Yeah.
Because we weren't evolved to like think, oh, what's gonna happen in 10 years from now? Maybe the world will be gone. Maybe I don't know. We'll have a new president or something. But
yeah.
we just can't think about like our own lives in such a way that is that abstract and that far away from what is happening right now.
Yeah.
So I guess I try to live more in the moment rather than in the future, and I avoid anything from the past because that's just reason to sulk.
I mean, I think you can learn a lot from the past.
You can learn. Yeah, I mean,
I've made a lot of mistakes and changed a lot of things. But
the key whenever thinking about your past, I think, is
don't dwell.
Don't dwell on it. Just acknowledge it, observe it, and move on.
You don't have to live there. You can,
Yeah.
But where I was going with that was I had to lie to a bunch of elementary kids about setting goals. It was this the principal picked me last year, this group of people to go talk to elementary, and I had to go back to my own elementary school, and she was like, you need to prepare a speech about like anti-drugs and everything, and I was like, oh god, I can't do this. So I got there, and the lady, she's like, you just need to talk about goals and how goals got you where you are, because you guys are all a bunch of successful people, and you just need to teach these kids how to be successful.
I love how they think that they can teach somebody how to be successful.
Yeah.
Because society tries to put a label on the word success, and they try to like make it one thing that everybody can identify it and strive for that one goal. When in reality, it's whoever makes it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's up to everybody's own determination what it is. If your ideas of success is riding a boxcar across the country, then go and do that.
Fuck
you
that.
know?
Yeah.
Whatever
As long as
makes
you're
you
happy.
is what makes you
As long as
successful.
you're not murdering people.
Now that is bad.
I don't care. I mean, if it's within means, I don't care what your idea of success is.
Yeah.
Why does everyone have to be
A banker, a lawyer, a doctor, anything like that.
And the whole thing was like bashing drugs. Like at first, like these people are so unsuccessful with drugs. But the main points were about like cigarettes and alcohol, which
those are bad.
I thought that was fine. But then when they started talking about like marijuana and stuff, her tone got so dark. it was as if like I don't know, like cigarettes and alcohol is like the base, and then like marijuana is just
you've gone through the roof.
I guess it would be like the evil emperor, and the alcohol is just
it's the gateway drug.
I don't get it though. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. You don't follow any politics, do you?
I try not to, but
Okay.
I try to follow a little bit. Most I do is I like a little bit of Bernie Sanders right now.
Okay, are you following any of the Republican candidates?
No, I don't care about anything
Okay,
they're
so
saying.
there's this lady, her name's Carly Fiorina, and she was like flipping out. She's like, well, marijuana's a gateway. My son died from a heroin overdose and stuff. And I'm just like, people who do heroin were going to do heroin without doing marijuana.
Yeah,
you know?
they were going to reach that point sometime in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people like that are just losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just looking for an escape, and they can't find it in this reality that we live in, and they think that...
Yeah. There's constructive and destructive ways to do anything. And you're right, it's people looking for an escape. And it's just, if alcohol doesn't make the escape, maybe they'll try something else and see if they can escape reality that way. And then, like, find a way
and they finally hit this level with heroin, and they're gone.
That's the best way to do it, and then you're dead.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do opiates anyway, so...
What? Oh, are you allergic to them?
Yeah, I have a morphine allergy that I just found out about a couple months ago.
I mean, that's what they say, or, you know, a lot of new science is coming out about addiction. And, and a lot of it's is actually starting not to point more so towards the substance, but
it's
towards people's
it's all
mind chemistry.
I mean, it's not all for the most part, it's psychological.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there are addictive qualities to drugs.
Yeah,
But,
of course.
But it turns out that for the most part, it seems to be more of a
psychological. Like, they're pretty much
yeah.
equal, except for, like, large amounts. I mean.
Yeah, but you can really become dependent on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cell phones.
I don't.
TV.
Do you ever get in a habit where you're just sitting there with your phone and you keep turning it on, playing with it, you turn it off, and then like 5 seconds later you're back on it.
It's like, oh, has anybody updated Facebook?
I hate myself when I do that.
Yeah.
I can't stand myself.
What I did is I shut off all my sounds and vibrations.
Yeah.
Unless if I have something that I need to do that day, or I know that somebody's going to be contacting me, then I'll turn on my sounds.
Yeah.
But and what I'll try to do is I'll lay it face down, and so when I'm hanging out with people, I just don't look at it. I don't notice it or don't pay attention to it.
I hate that. When you're trying to talk to people.
And then just pull up the phone and
it's what are you doing? We're trying to be friends, man.
Yeah. You're communicating.
Why are your friends in that box, man? We're out here.
Some of your electronic people.
Jeez.
Do you even talk to those people on Instagram or Facebook?
The thing that makes me so mad is when I start clicking on like Instagram and stuff, and I keep scrolling through.
And then you go through. It's like Instagram isn't enough, so then you'll go for Facebook, and then you'll go to Snapchat, and then look at everybody's Snapchat stories.
I hate it.
Why am I doing?
I don't need it. I
don't care what any of these people are doing.
But
most of them I just skip anyways. Why do I want to tap on them?
That's the thing, like with judgment and everything about people viewing you and everything. That's what I thought. I didn't care about what anyone thought of me, and then college happened, and then I was like, wow, I do care, because it's like I'm scared to go get food and cause I don't know why I was scared.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Like I would have straight up an exit, because you have the rooms and then like the common area, like a kitchen and everything, and I would be like, okay, I'm gonna go get food. I would walk out into that common area and then be like, fuck, I'm not doing it. And then I would just make ramen. I would just get so scared. I don't know.
Just go make ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I wasn't like that. It was more so, I don't want to be seen eating by myself, because then people will like, who's that crazy guy over there in the corner eating by himself?
Yeah, I had.
What's he doing? Is he gonna kill us all or something? Like, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't get that. I mean,
I think it's because of my hair that I think I'm always afraid that people are thinking that. Because you always see like the crazy people on the news who go and shoot up movie theaters and stuff. They always have wild hair and beards and stuff.
Yes.
And like,
yes.
I'm just worried that people are gonna see me like that. And I shouldn't care. I like my hair.
That's the thing. I don't want to care, but I feel like
obligated to.
So much of how you're viewed in this world is what other people say.
Yeah.
And I feel as though you don't make your own reality. It's everyone around you makes it for you. And that's what scares me. And that's why I get those anxiety attacks.
You mean like it's not you who determines who you are, it's what everybody else says about you that makes you.
But I don't feel that in here until like those things happen. Because I'm like, I don't care about what people say about me, because I truly don't until I get those attacks like that. But
well, I mean, you'll get those attacks from people who don't actually know you or don't care to know you.
Yeah.
You see, whenever you meet people who you actually want to know and talk to and get to meet, then they get a whole new outlook of who you are, and they actually understand who you are and what you are and how you are as a person.
Yeah, and that's how you grow.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, you have to ignore the petty rumors and then just meet the people who you enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is hard.
It is hard to do, yeah. It's difficult.
There are some real shitty people.
Yeah, they should have Tinder for friends where you like...
That's what I'm saying. I want a Tinder that... Well, not that. I mean, they should have that. But what I'm saying, I want only, like, Facebook mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be a cool dating thing?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, you could see which of your Facebook friends like you.
Okay, I could... Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
then
Tinder
people...
using your Facebook friends.
Mm-hmm.
not like all they
like
have,
an added option.
or
in
like you
Tinder.
could use just people with mutual friends. Because most of the people with mutual friends, I like them anyways, just because like I know you,
Yeah.
maybe, or you'll kill me. I don't know.
I've met you somewhere in passing.
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
I don't like Tinder.
Me, I deleted it.
Yeah, I brought it back.
I had. Do you have any stories about Tinder? I have a couple good ones.
No, the only thing I do is I give people off-key compliments, like, "Oh, it's a really nice hair color you have."
I really like how the pink matches your eyes.
There was this one girl who was smoking in her profile picture, and this is what I said: "The commercials told me to swipe left, but fuck commercials, right?"
What did she say?
She actually responded. She's like, "Yeah, fuck them," and I said, "Fuck yeah," and then she sent me a kissy face, like, "You bitchin'."
The first ever match I had, it was like my first week of college.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I was like, I'm gonna try this out. So I got this girl, and I was like, what are you looking for on Tinder? And she's like, I don't know, you tell me. And I'm like, looking for hookups. And she's like, well, I'll consider it. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you want to hook up tonight? And she's like, maybe. So I never heard.
Very
from her.
vague. Those are some vague responses.
Yeah. I had this other girl that I was like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, good. How about yourself? And I was like, good. She's like, wow, you really gave me enough to work with. And I'm like, whoa.
She didn't give you anything to work with.
I was like, geez, I'm sorry. You want to talk? And she unmatched me. Then I had this girl the other week. You know what super like is?
yeah, somebody super liked me yesterday.
Yeah, a girl super liked me. And I was like, hey, I see that you super liked me. What did you like about me? She unmatched me.
But my super like, I said, hey, thanks for the super like confidence booster, smiley face. And she said, you're welcome. That was it.
That was it. I don't know how to talk to people. Because, like, that girl that I was talking to, like, what do you want from me?
I don't even think people hook up with Tinder or do anything.
What do they do then?
I think there's just...
It's just for confidence?
Yeah, they just use it to, like, whatever. I think some people use it to fuck with people.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I bet like bitchy hot girls use it to fuck with ugly guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Probably.
Like, hey, I'll meet you over here.
Some of them are fucked up, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah, people are fucked up. That's the world we live in.
I'm fucked up.
We live in a fucked up world. If everybody thought like me, everybody would be right.
Yeah.
I'm obviously joking.
No, we don't tell jokes here. I don't know. How would you rate your overall college experience? I mean, we're only a semester in, but
6 out of 10. I did LSD, made some friends, got drunk twice. Yeah, 6 out of 10.
yeah. I only went to one party.
I haven't been to a single party.
Yeah. They're all right.
See,
I mean, everybody's like
if I went
beer
to a party,
pong.
oh yeah, is that what it's like?
Doing the I don't know what this thing is.
If see, I think if I went to a party that would raise my college experience 6 out of 10 to 7 out of 10.
It's not
Just-
anything.
It's just because I want to see it. I just want to be.
Yeah,
I just
that's
want
what
to see
I
it.
liked about it.
Yeah, like it's something that I haven't seen. I've seen it on movies and TV.
Yeah.
I just want to see what it's like.
I walked in. Well, okay, so I smoked pot before I went. I went to this girl's.
You smoked pot before you went to the party?
Went to the party, yeah. Well, I went to this girl's apartment and they were passing the.
Bowl?
There's a little pipe around. Yeah, bowl, yeah. And they were doing one hit each. I wasn't drinking at all. They were all drinking. So like I was in the corner, so I was taking like 3 hits instead of 1.
Yeah.
And then eventually when I did like 12, I was just getting real I felt like I was melting to the wall, okay? And then about an hour in, they're like, "Okay, we're going to this house party." And I'm like, yeah. So
Awesome.
we went, and we somehow got there. I don't know. Everyone was peeing all over the place.
Peeing?
Yeah, drunk people pee all over the place.
You mean like just not even going to the bathroom, just peeing?
Just behind dumpsters and just in the alleys and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you mean. I've seen that happen.
Yeah. And then we got to this house. There were cops everywhere, but the cops just, I don't know about your campus, but the cops don't care about parties at all.
They're probably so used to it at IUP.
Yeah.
I had my first marijuana freak out ever in school, and I had 3 consecutive ones after that. I don't know if it was bad weed. Probably was.
Probably was.
Because the people who have been getting it from were a little shady. But we went over to this party to go pick up. Now, hear me out. This was the worst idea ever. It was homecoming night, and we went over to this person's apartment to go get a duffel bag full of alcohol, hard liquor bottle, the handles.
Yeah, they all
on.
carried backpacks too.
We had a duffel bag.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they
duffel
transported it all like that.
Yeah, I know, but so we're freshmen. We went over to this person's house, got it, and then the person from the house drove us back. We had maybe 8 or 9 bottles, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Definitely $200-$300 worth of alcohol. Definitely that much.
Wow.
And so then my buddy, he's 6'6", so he just looks suspicious all the time anyways.
Yeah, of course.
And he's wearing a beanie and a Carhartt, so I'm like, dude, you do not look right now. And I did this bong hit at the house that I thought that it was laced with MDMA or something.
Yeah.
Because I was not feeling right, and then we walk into the dorm with this duffel bag full of alcohol, flash our IDs, go upstairs, and then we bring it into the one dorm, and then we give it to the people who were taking it back to their dorm. I don't know why we didn't take it straight to their dorm, which those are the people who I was going to hang out with anyways. They loaded into 3 different backpacks. Then we walk down the stairs. We're halfway down the stairs. 2 RAs open up the door and say, "Hey," and then shut the door. And we're like, "Oh my god, we're gonna get busted tonight." I'm high on this pot that's been laced with something that I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go through a freak out. Then we walk down the hall, and then the RA's door opens up as soon as we walk by. We're like, "Oh," I'm like, and because I'm not in the right state of mind. They're all sober at the moment. I'm crazy thoughts going through my head. I'm like, we're busted. This is bad. This is a horrible idea. And then we get in there. I'm like, guys, you got to be quiet. We cannot be loud. And then they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out." So I had to go upstairs. And then I literally thought that I was about to OD and die in somebody's dorm. And then 15 minutes later, I was the most comfortable person on the planet.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was, but it was just, I think it might have been the combination of that, me not knowing where it came from. It was an already packed bong.
Yeah.
And then taking the alcohol in there and then thinking we're gonna get busted.
Yeah.
I think it was those 2 things happening at the same time. I think just threw me off.
When we smoke with our friends,
we don't
like you and me. We're the responsible ones.
We are the most responsible people.
We're always constantly thinking about parents.
Yeah, we're like, all right, is this gonna smell? Where are we gonna put this?
And then our other friends, they just smoke. They don't give a fuck.
Especially you know who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just. I don't. How can you do that?
Yeah, because they even got in trouble for it.
Yeah, I don't get how you can be careless like that.
Yeah.
But do you think that's like a pot thing? Like it has a different effect on people? Like some people, or is that it just enhances how some people actually are? Like, are they not as responsible?
And then that it makes them that, or that it brings out who they actually are, is what you mean?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm just sounding like an asshole, but I feel pretty responsible most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I'm sober, and then when I do it, I feel
even more
obligated, more responsible.
Yeah, I always noticed that with you. No offense, but whenever we were up on the cliff doing that, and you were like, "Watch your step," I was like, "I'm okay, man. I do this all the time."
Yeah, I know, but it's just one of those things where I don't.
You're not used to it. You're not used to seeing people.
Well, because I'm not used to marijuana. We didn't grow up with I don't know about you, but parents that were doing marijuana.
Me either.
We grew up with parents who were drinking alcohol, and we're used to that.
Mm-hmm. Well, my dad, I'm not sure about your story, but my parents, I don't know if my parents were alcoholics. I know that my family is predisposed to alcoholism.
Yeah.
Because my grandparents were on both sides.
Yeah, same. Well,
So-
actually, not my mom's side, but just my dad's.
On my mom's
really
dad,
heavily.
well, on my dad's side, his dad has alcoholic tendencies, and on my mother's side, both of my grandparents drink 2 or 3 beers every single day.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that counts as alcoholism.
I don't know.
But they've been doing that even whenever they were working during the work week.
Yeah.
Which most people, I mean, it's okay if you're retired. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're retired, you've earned a right to do whatever it is you want to do as long as you're not killing other people.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, most people don't drink in the middle of the week just because of the whole hangover situation in the morning.
Well, my dad, he would always say, like, he's clearly an alcoholic, but he would always say that it was like his medicine, like because he works a pretty vigorous job,
Mhm.
and he would always say that it helped him with the stress and it helped him with the physical pain and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, there has to be other ways you can't just drink all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah, like, you have to find a different outlet.
I mean,
Yeah.
when I can drink, I definitely want to be super responsible about it. I mean, that's just who I am and what I grew up around.
The
and
two
everything.
the 2 times I've been drunk, I was like, we are not going out. We're not getting in cars. We're not doing anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just how I am. I just want to stay inside until I feel sober, and if I feel sober, I'm gonna walk home.
I don't get why people want to drive when they're drunk.
I think some people just don't feel the effects. Like, have you ever actually been drunk?
No.
So, drinking is a very weird feel. Or for me, it sedates me. I just want to lay down.
Okay.
Some people go nuts.
Yeah.
I have this friend at college. He just goes wild. Like, he dances and just yells. But he'll never do anything irresponsible. He just gets loud.
Yeah.
But then I do see people who do irresponsible things.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's the alcohol, that they're just not thinking clearly, or like you said, if it's just their personality coming out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is understandable, because some people say drugs are the truth. You know, it breaks you down to your core person. There's no more barriers in front of you. You're just you're unfiltered. It's the unfiltered you.
It's just, I think, like, marijuana expands you, and I feel like alcohol just constrains you. Just.
Mm-hmm. I don't like it. I don't like it because I like how I can still think clearly.
Yeah.
With marijuana, and like, if I stand up and be like, I'm going on a walk, I can actually go outside and walk.
Yeah.
But on alcohol, I can't.
Like,
You just can't be in public. People would be like, that guy's drunk.
when I smoke, I feel like I can actually act like I'm still a normal human being.
Same.
When I see drunk people, it looks like they're under a spell of some sorts. You know what I'm saying?
In
Like,
a stupor. Yeah.
What do you do? Get it together. Dear Christ. But
They just laugh at everything.
a lot of people from our grade are like alcoholics now.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't keep too many tabs on people.
Me either.
Yeah.
The other day I went through on Twitter and I like unfollowed all of our high school people.
Really?
Yeah, I'm only following like 40 people now. And they're all famous people, and it's to get news and everything.
Yeah.
Which is what Twitter should be used
I don't
for,
even
not
use-
a social network.
I don't even use Twitter. I agree with that. Twitter really is more of a news media, because like, you can actually see things happen in real-time events.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a camera now.
Well, that's the fucking thing about Periscope.
Yeah.
I don't know, you haven't tried Periscope.
I haven't tried it yet.
But the thing is, like, if something's happening, say, in Miami, like, everyone's going to be periscoping that in Miami, and you can click on theirs and see their live news feed.
Mhm.
Like, you don't have to rely on news coverage anymore. It's people's cell phones, which is really cool.
Which the news is really becoming antiquated anyways.
News is bought up. People.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been so...
Yeah, it's...
Like, for years, it was the good way... It was a good way to get stuff. But that was because it was the only way to get stuff.
Yeah.
And it was real time.
It was, like,
visual,
radio,
audio.
news.
Yeah, because first it was newspaper, then it was radio. Radio was slightly more entertaining because you didn't have to read it. And then TV added the visual aspect, and we gotta have TV. But
And now we have these fucking
we have these
magical
computers
things.
in our pockets, and those are way more entertaining than a TV.
Well, and the thing is, you can get good news now.
Yeah,
you're not restrained to 3 channels.
Mm-hmm. And it's not all owned by the same company.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Hillary Clinton
Yeah.
owns all Time Warner, you know? But if you don't want to watch that, I mean, you can hop on your phone and get anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so obvious nowadays.
Yeah.
That the media is just owned by people with ulterior agendas.
And it has to be correct, too. They can't say anything wrong. They can't.
I love, every now and then, my cable package, we get overseas news.
Ooh.
We have this thing from, I forget the name of it. It's not, it's Al Jazeera. But it's not Al Jazeera America. It's just the actual Al Jazeera.
Okay.
They'll actually show people being blown up.
Sweet.
On TV.
Sweet.
And you know what? I understand that that's violent, and it's like.
I think
that's not. It's not right
to see that.
But if you don't see it, you're not going to think it exists.
Yeah.
Like we live in this American bubble. Where
now, especially with all this PC and liberal far left wing, the regressive left, those pieces of shit, Prius driving, motherfucking rainbow loving, those guys.
Too crazy. There's two crazy sides.
Well, I think
you got to sit in the middle.
I think of it as like a giant circle, okay, and they're so far right, they're so far left, they're back here in crazy land.
Yeah,
and. They don't even know it. They just hate each other so much that
they don't even pay attention to the real issues at hand. They just yell at each other.
Yeah,
and then try to get their agenda passed.
Well, and I don't know if you had any experience with this at college, but I did a little bit where like people are really offended by things now. Like orientation. I don't know if you guys had this, but we had like this politically correct talk. Like they got us in a group together. We had to sit in a circle, and they like taught us terms and everything.
Like terms to use instead of other words?
Yeah, like they were teaching us. They were like, "Do you know the difference between sex and gender?" And I'm like,
"No way."
What? And they're like, "Do you like Jews and everything? Do you use that as a slur? Do you know what Jewish people actually are and stuff?" And I'm like, "This is." Weird. People actually need this education.
It's about context. It's not about the word.
Yeah, but then I had this kid, okay, and he was like, "Dude, your name's Thaddeus. That's pretty cool. It's just like Thaddeus Young." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You know who that is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's a washed up bum." And he's like, "Dude, you can't say that. I'm from Philadelphia. I like Thaddeus Young." And I'm like, "Doesn't change the fact that he's a washed up bum." And he's like, "Dude, you really need to watch what you're saying next time." I'm like, "Why? Why are you offended by a guy you've never met?
It's not even you.
You've never met him, but like he's affiliated with a sports team that you like."
That's weird.
But people, they just jump on this stuff now.
I think people like to be offended because it gives them something to complain about.
I think it's an excuse now. It's a setback that they can hop all over. They're like, "Oh, well, if he wouldn't have offended me, I could have got that done." It's stupid. I don't...
Entitlement, that's what it is.
Exactly.
People are entitled.
That's what it always comes back to.
Yeah. And we live in a society that encourages it now.
It does.
Well, at least this country does.
We're getting so restricted. It's not even funny. Like, I used to say I was a liberal and everything, and I would be like, "Oh, yeah."
Just like I used to say I was an atheist.
Yeah, I'm not an atheist.
That's too bold of a conclusion.
Because, well, the thing with atheism, you're doing the same thing that the Christians are doing.
Except that you're just saying that it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you can't know.
It's impossible. No idea if there's anything out there. I think the most reasonable explanation would be that you can trace it all back to the Big Bang, but what the fuck was the Big Bang?
Yeah, what caused that?
Like, clearly there wasn't a guy that just molded the earth together and then he put...
Like Play-Doh.
Like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put this dude right here, don't eat those fucking apples or shit." Or whatever they were eating. Yeah, it was the apple.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. I don't... I mean, it's not stupid. I mean, we're all entitled to our own beliefs.
Absolutely.
But it has to have some reason behind it. You know?
Yeah, like and just to say that there absolutely is no God.
Yeah.
That's a really bold conclusion.
But the thing I was trying to say is your opinion can be wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
People need to stop hiding behind this. Oh, it's my opinion. No, that's not true. You're just saying false things and then saying it's your opinion, and you can't do that.
The earth was covered in water for 40 days?
Because God was like, oh, they gotta learn.
He cried. They
gotta learn. You put the animals on there.
Yeah.
All of them? Don't animals eat other animals?
What?
Like,
Joseph Smith? There's gold in a box, but only you can read it and only you can see it?
Can I see it?
No.
Motherfucker. You're not reading my golden tablets. Fuck. That's what all of them were.
Anyone that's like deity based.
Jesus was a really good guy. Okay, he had two beliefs. Okay, do good things for other people and love God.
And there's proof that he actually existed as a person. Am I correct?
Yeah, as a person.
There's like Roman censuses and stuff.
Yeah, he was a good person.
Yeah.
He was a loving person, and that's what he taught.
Here's what I think happened. I think the second book of the Bible, or not, you know what I mean, the second half of the Bible.
The New Testament.
The New Testament was an exaggerated tale of what Jesus was.
Yeah, I don't think he was mystical. I think he was just a good guy that loved God and thought that he was the son of God because his mother said that she didn't have sex.
I mean, the one thing I like about Islam, and don't get me wrong, I don't care for Islam either. It's the same thing. But
it's not it's a little different. But
it's slightly different.
I don't know. I haven't read that chapter in my religion book.
It only acknowledges Jesus as a prophet.
Yeah.
And it says he was a not mystical person. He was this like, he was a good man.
Yeah.
And he brought forward
which is exactly
prophecies.
what it was.
And then they go on to say that Muhammad also was not a mystical being. He was the same thing that Jesus was. Yeah. And then, but they still have like the weird, goofy stuff that is in there. Yeah.
Well, the thing with Jesus was, he started to get people, like, he would be like, well, I'm the son of God, okay? You worship me because I'm the son, and you can't do the whole Jewish thing anymore. You have to uprise against them. And then he had people trying to overthrow the Roman Empire.
And then the Romans,
which they did
like
successfully overthrow the Roman Empire, but that's why they killed him in the first place.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that, man. You can't walk into our town and say you're the son of God.
I mean, that'd be like the same thing if some religious extremist was gathering people to overthrow the United States government right now. They'd send tanks in and kill them.
Yeah. And I think the thing about church is they look at the book as if it's real, and that's the thing that really gets to me.
They need to take the lessons from it and say this is a good
moral.
This is a really good moral example.
What you can take from the Bible is just do good things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking this winter class on religion and everything.
That sounds interesting.
We have to, oh my god, it's fascinating. But we have to do forums every week, okay? And I had one due yesterday. It was about reincarnation.
Is a forum where you speak publicly?
It's like a blog.
Okay.
Yeah, like Facebook, you just respond to messages and stuff. But my teacher's question was, do you believe in reincarnation or not? And I said that I don't think it's that simple, that you can just say yes or no. I think it's a belief system, but I think what we can take from it, because reincarnation is the soul keeps going into the body until you do really good things. But I think what we can take from that is just do good things. That's what you take from all of these religions. Just don't be a fucking asshole and just be nice to people.
And it's easy to be nice to people. I think everybody's born with the ability to see right from wrong. I mean, unless if you're actually like mentally
affluenza teen
crazy. What's
that? Did you see that kid?
Affluenza teen?
In Texas, the affluenza teen. He's saying that he killed 4 people while drunk driving, And then he
Was
said
it?
he said that his
ran them
parents were ignorant to him and that they didn't teach him anything. He got 60 days probation. He violated the probation. And then he fled to Mexico. They just found him in Mexico like yesterday.
Did they extradite him?
No, he's coming back to America. I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Oh, Mexico's bringing him back.
Yeah.
So they are extraditing him.
Yes. Yeah. Which goes back to the whole I forget what were we saying? I don't know how I got onto it.
Like how everybody has the capacity to do good.
Yeah, but then you said they were like psychopaths or something.
Yeah, there are psychopaths and stuff like that. I mean, there are obviously crazy people who just can't operate within the normal confines of society. And that's just a simple fact.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever met a crazy person?
Well, there's this neighbor that I have in my college dormitory. She was right across the hall from me. And from day one, I thought she was a little off-key. She's definitely not kill people sort of crazy. She's definitely not to that extent. But
not good crazy.
Yeah, she's very off-putting. It was hard to read her. But normally you can get a pretty good read on somebody if you have a conversation with them for like 3 days.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty good at reading people.
Yeah. So I hung out with her for like 3 days, and then I just still couldn't get a read on her. I was like, I don't understand this.
I like those people though. It's a challenge.
It is a challenge, but then I started recognizing some like sociopathic tendencies with her.
Yeah.
Like she would just open up my door.
Okay.
Because what I would do is I would leave my door unlocked if I was sitting in my living room.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? If somebody barges in, we'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" But so like she would barge in, open up my fridge, and then I'd grab shit out of there. I'm like, no, what are you doing? No.
Is she a dog, raccoon, just running in there,
Pretty
taking
much.
food?
Yeah, I don't know. And then like she would just change in front of me and stuff. Like I don't know if she was like trying to like sexually, like try to sexualize herself. How she'd be like, "I'm here, I'm a woman," and stuff. It's not. She's not like unattractive or anything. It was just like it was very strange. Very strange behavior.
Did she have the potential to be a good person, or?
I don't think she does, because every time she speaks, she only ever talks about herself.
Yeah.
And she only wants to correct what you say, no matter what it is you're talking about. She always has her 2 cents, no matter what it is that she has to say about it.
Yeah.
It's always like some psycho bullshit that doesn't make any sense. And like,
do you think that kind of stuff can be changed though? Like, I mean, maybe her whole life up to now she's just been center of attention and people listen to her random rambling.
I don't
bullshit.
know. I don't know.
But that's the thing with people like that. You don't like. Are they capable of being sane?
Yeah.
Like I mean, you don't want to call them crazy because people used to get
crazy.
locked up for being called crazy and burned and for being witches and let's drown you, and if you don't come back up, you're a witch or you're not a witch. Yeah. Oh man, either way you lose. So
we've definitely come a long way in terms of that sort of stuff.
We have, but yeah.
But now we're almost too accepting of certain types of behavior because
we are.
Yeah.
How do you feel about transgender people?
I don't want to talk about that. It's too weird of a subject for me to talk about.
Is it?
I just think it's because I don't have any input. I don't have.
Can we talk about something? Can we talk about Caitlyn Jenner though?
Okay.
Okay. So I accept transgender people. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with it as long as you just be a good person. That's the moral of the fucking story.
Right.
Okay. But here you have a guy who just fucking murdered someone in traffic and then gets his dick chopped off, says he's a woman now, that he's been a woman this whole time, okay? And then everybody fucking forgets about that lady that got killed in the car. And then they're like, "Oh, woman of the year, clap, clap, clap,"
Yeah, I don't understand how that awards you woman of the year. I mean, just because you changed your gender and then came out.
Yeah, I think she did a really great thing. She or he, whatever the fuck, murderer, okay? But she brought awareness to the transgenders. I think a lot of them were being bullied. Yeah. I think there was no awareness. I mean, bullying, that's a fucking made up term.
I mean, I'm not gonna like patronize anybody.
Oh God, no. But I'm just saying, if there's one person that shouldn't get all of this recognition, it's
her.
Bruce, Caitlyn, whatever you want to call the
Jenner.
fucking murderer, okay?
The Jenner.
Yeah. But, I mean, you gotta... It doesn't make sense to me that you can give someone... You can just look past a murderer.
And then just give them an award.
They change their gender. But why do you want that to be your spokesperson? I mean...
Because they're famous.
There are plenty of transgender people who are good-hearted people.
But are they famous?
No.
Exactly. You always have to bring fame to the table.
Exactly.
If you want to, like, look at all the celebrity sponsorships there are and commercials. Like, look at how many NFL stars like advertise acts
Peyton
and stuff.
Manning.
Yeah,
like I just want to get Papa John's, man. I don't want you chucking the football and pizza, football pizza.
I'm tired of your Head and Shoulders commercials. I get it. You have
Odell
long
Beckham,
hair.
you can catch the ball. I get it. Okay. Jeez.
That doesn't help your
You're on my screen all Sunday. I don't want to see you Monday through Saturday, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, don't you make enough money anyways?
They do.
Seriously.
Well, yeah, but what if they get injured, you know? They have to have those advertisements.
Yeah. And they probably spend it all anyways.
Yeah, a lot of them aren't very smart.
A lot of them aren't smart with money.
That's what You don't follow sports very much.
I do.
Recently I've been getting into the UFC.
I know
fighting
you said.
and everything, and there's this one guy, Conor McGregor. Like, he'll just put up Instagram photos of him standing in front of Rolls Royces and stuff.
Really?
And he has this giant mansion. This man's gonna be broke soon.
Yeah, especially because
what if he gets injured?
You can't fight for very long. Like, you're deliberately getting injured.
Yeah, you have about a 15-year span.
Yeah.
I mean,
boxers
you're taking punches to the face.
MMA especially.
It's an odd sport.
That's your whole body.
I like it though.
No, don't get me wrong. I've watched a couple fights. It's pretty interesting, but
it's awesome.
It's
so fast paced.
It is.
Yeah, but these people, they don't have any sense of money, but they're so talented that they get this money. But nobody ever taught them that you can't just go spend all of it.
Like, they should have some sort of program whenever they go into pro sports.
They do. They have agents and everything. But then these agents take advantage of them and they steal their money and everything. So these people think, oh, I'm not going to get an agent. I mean...
They're just going to go my own way.
Yeah, I'm just going to spend it on my own. But, I mean, it's not my problem. I'm not making millions here. I'm just trying to get some food in my stomach.
Some food in the stomach.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. I just like to keep warm.
That's all I try to do. Keep warm, eat, sleep, play video games.
And we don't even have a job.
Beat off a couple of times. Yeah. Nice big load. What? Yeah. So, yeah.
That's more difficult in college.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I beat off a lot in college.
I feel like it's harder to do. Like,
how?
I don't know.
Walk around fucking naked.
There's like more hurdles you just have to go over. Like there's a person that's also there. Like, what were you doing in the bathroom?
My parents would always come into my room and stuff. I couldn't beat off. Well, you have a whole basement to yourself.
And a toilet. Yeah.
Like, there was no freedom at my house. When I got to college, I was like, the first thing I did, I was like, I can be naked now. So I just took off my clothes.
Yeah, the whole freedom thing in college for me was I went through like a self-destructive phase where I just started like only smoking pot.
Yeah, and that's probably not healthy.
No, it wasn't. So then I cut back a lot, and that's why I don't even smoke it anymore. I just eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's still dangerous for us to be doing. Like, I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, our brains aren't fully developed yet.
True.
I mean, you can't say it's like, you get these fucking retards on college campuses. They're like, "Oh, pot's not bad."
Doesn't do a
thing.
thing.
You're like 17, okay? I mean, your brain's not developed at all. You're fucking up pathways and everything.
And I just find it absurd that some people can just sit there and just tell you that it does nothing to your lungs if you smoke it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to be the one to say this, but it doesn't matter what you're smoking.
You're still smoking
You're
something.
smoking something, and
Yeah.
you're putting it in your lungs.
Yeah.
Smoke in your lungs is not good. It doesn't, like... and then they'll always argue, yeah, but the tobacco companies didn't grow it, so it doesn't have all the arsenic and stuff in it. It's like, I don't give a shit. If you go out in a forest fire and start huffing that smoke, you're going to die of smoke inhalation, and I can guarantee you that that's more natural than smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, it's still just smoke.
I mean, it's silly to say that it's harmful. I mean, in the sense that it's
that
worse
you're going to
than
kill
alcohol,
yourself. Yeah.
But it's so silly. I've had the best experiences of my life have been on pot. I'm sure you can agree with that.
I could agree with that.
But
definitely musically, some
like
of the best
in
things I've ever
11th
done.
grade, I was having a real hard fucking time. Okay, I had this. I won't go into that, but this girl. Okay, and I went into a deep depression, and you guys were fucking smoking pot. And I was like, this is what I need. And so I smoked pot, and I found happiness, okay? I don't care what anyone tells me, it was happiness.
I know what you mean. I have never done it when I was depressed.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep doing that because that's how habits develop.
Maybe in college. Because when I first went to college, I wouldn't say that I was depressed, but I definitely wasn't mentally the same person for probably a good month or two.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Yeah, it took me a while to adjust. And then after I adjusted, then I fell out of all my destructive tendencies. I just turned back into who I really am rather than whatever it was that I was trying to do. I don't know if I was trying to like alleviate pain or because I wasn't really in pain. It was just like, or I was just bored. I think that's what it was. I think I was just bored the whole time because I didn't have anybody to talk to. It was nice outside, but there's no. You know, I like going out in the mountains, but there's no mountains in Shippensburg. It's just a big valley.
Yeah.
And I didn't have anybody, or the video games just didn't interest me in the summertime. They never do. So I was like, well, shit, I'll just go outside and smoke pot before class, after class.
During class.
Every 2 hours. And that was just a bad idea. But then I stopped doing that.
Yeah. I don't... Yeah, I got so nervous and I don't know why. You had an interesting point. I can't remember what you said, but but like I don't know why we already discussed this, but I don't know why we strive for people's opinions about us. Like you have no business knowing what someone else thinks about you.
Yeah, and there's really no need to know that.
No, it's not affecting you at all.
It actually hurts you to know it.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Because either way, good or bad, I mean, good, you're going to be pompous and think that
you're better.
You're great, and then if they don't, you're constantly striving for their attention.
For their
and
approval.
I don't get the whole... There's one kid from high school, okay? Fucking always talking about his legacy and everything. What the hell does that mean?
Why does he need a legacy?
What is a legacy? Is he talking about cars?
I don't know.
I'm kidding, but...
I mean, I see your leg, so that's the only leg I see, so...
Yeah, but... but seriously, like, why do people need these legacies and stuff?
Why can't you just be happy living your life? Like,
that's all I want.
Because you don't see your legacy happen, so what's the point of even having it? If you don't get
people remember you. And they live in your image.
I'm sorry, but you see how many people...
you can't be sorry. I am Christ.
Like, I don't remember, like, how many people idolize Grover Cleveland?
A lot.
A lot?
I have a poster.
Do you?
Yeah, 2 of them actually.
Oh, yeah.
Takes up the whole wall.
Yeah, but there's, like... But you know, what I'm trying to say is that even if you have a legacy... You're either determined to be a good or bad person.
And
9 times out of 10.
That?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like in a history class, all of the people we analyzed, we pretty much determined that they were bad people.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, Caesar was a terrible person. Augustus was also a terrible person. The the Pope is a terrible person. Like,
Yeah.
they're all terrible. Anybody who has attained power is a terrible motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because they, most of the time, have to put other people's reputations in harm's way to get there.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't think that that's worth a life living, is destroying other people's lives just so that way you attain power. And then you look like a shitty person in the end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Over the summer, in my summer classes, I had to take this. There was a seminar course, and I had to. It was about like leadership, and the final essay, it was about how would you change the world, and I just wrote. It was like 3 pages long.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote 1 page about how I think it's more important to change a world than the world. And yeah, I got a 100%.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Because I don't think going broad scope and being this famous person who's trying to change the world, I think like changing your life, like having a deep discussion with you and actually changing your mind about something, that's more meaningful to me than thousands of people following me and caring about what I say.
Which I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I care about the individual, and you can't,
rather than groups of people.
You can't do that by looking at the whole world. I mean,
you have to focus on each person.
Yeah. But I mean, it kind of feels selfish a little bit because you're forgetting about the whole fucking world. But
yeah, well, there's an episode of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
That sort of covers that. They go to this planet and it's covered by this one being called Unity. But what she has done is taken over the minds of every single person and makes them work as just one being. Yeah. And that's really the only way you could do it, is if you actually totally take control of everybody's mind. You know what I mean? Yeah. But really that's unrealistic, obviously. So exactly. The only way that you can do it is impacting individuals.
Yeah, and I think that's how you change the world. I don't think like people like Martin Luther King Jr., I mean, they didn't set out to change the world. They just wanted
to fix something in their community. Yeah. That was it.
But then it turned into a big thing. And he was a hero because he wasn't pompous. He didn't want that. He didn't want fame. He didn't want to be the guy who changed the world. You look at like Gandhi, he didn't want to change the world. He wanted to make a difference in his community and do good things for people. It comes back to the motherfucking do good things, man.
Just gotta do good things to people.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. You want to wrap this up now?
Wrap it up like Christmas?
Yeah.
How was Christmas?
Wrap it up like a present.
Do you like Christmas?
I don't celebrate Christmas.
You don't celebrate it?
Yeah, I'm Jehovah's Witness now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
No. But we haven't celebrated
I learned
Christmas
that those people don't poop. They told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, and then I just told them that they were Kim Jong-il.
That's what I thought they meant by they don't celebrate holidays. They just don't poop. Because every poop to me is a holiday, you know? It's like, your fucking presents and everything.
You know, there's an app that can calculate how much money you make sitting on the crapper if you're working.
Really?
Yeah, you type in your hourly rate, and then whenever you sit down, you're supposed to press start. Whenever you flush, you're supposed to press finish, and it tells you how much money you made.
That's fucking stupid.
A pooping session.
That's fucking stupid.
People at my work use it.
Fucking stupid.
It is really stupid.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I don't really celebrate Christmas. Like, we do, but I mean,
I don't.
We don't decorate anything. We don't even put up a tree anymore.
My mother does. She likes it.
Yeah, but she likes that status.
She does like the status.
She likes the Benz, baby.
That's how she is.
She likes it.
She's a stat.
She likes it.
Yeah, that's a really big deal in this country.
What's that?
People are concerned with their status, with their economic status.
Exactly.
And it doesn't make any sense to care about that, because most of the time, I mean, you look at them, they look like successes at face value.
But they're horrible people.
Or, if you look at their financial records, 9 times out of 10, they're in more debt than they can handle. Like, they're going to be in debt until they die. Yeah. Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier. I'd rather drive a beater car than some new Benz. Yeah. You know? Whatever's, I mean, Fucking tits, man. Fucking tits.
Are you gonna wrap this up then?
I guess so.
I guess so. Thanks for listening, everybody.
It's been real.
It's been real. Keeping it real.
Get that fucking money, bitch.
Making the money!
Hey!
Hey!